Hi, it's Andy, aka the Flying Yeti, and I'm back with another quick video. And today's video, I've got a bit of a gripe, because if you turn my bike on, you look at the screen. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen there? I'm not sure where this camera's pointing, but if you can see, I have a fault. I have a fault on my dashboard. The bike's starting okay, runs perfectly fine, but I've got that fault thing come up on the dashboard, which if I just whiz the wheel to the left, it goes off, but the engine management light is still on. So I'm just taking it down to the local dealership, which in my case is Wollaston BMW in Northampton. So how did I come to get this little irritation on my dashboard? Well, I was out on the bike yesterday and I went to pull out of a road similar to this one really, and I went like that and stalled the bike, and I thought, oh bum. So I pulled the clutch in, still in first gear, started the bike again. It started fine, as you would expect. Clicked it into second gear, and then the bike just went absolutely dead. I'm thinking, oh shit, what have I done now? Alright, I saw that on the road. So anyway, I pulled over to the side of the road, thinking, oh god, I've broken my bike. All I've done is stall the bloody thing. And I turned it off, and then I turned it straight back on again, and it fired up straight away. Everything perfect, apart from the dashboard's got the fault thing come up on it. So anyway, I spoke to my mate last night via WhatsApp, who works at BMW, and I sent him a screenshot and said, oh, this has just happened, blah blah blah, explained what happened. Pardon me. And he said bring it down to the dealership in the morning and we will have a look. So that is what I'm doing, riding to the dealership now. So anyway, I will keep you informed on what goes on and what the outcome of this little irritation fault is, and what BMW do to rectify it. It's all under warranty anyway, so apart from it being a slight inconvenience, then it's no major issue, I suppose. But it is somewhat worrying because, as I've already stated, all I'd done was stall the bike. Stall it. I didn't drop it off a cliff, I didn't crash it, I haven't put diesel in it. If I'd have done anything major like that, or if I'd have drove through a river in it or whatever, and you kind of expect it to break. But to just literally stall the bike in first gear and then start it again, yeah, it's a little bit worrying. You kind of a lot of people on the forums, you know, oh, the crap, them BMWs are crap, they're just problem after problem, blah 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 blah. And I've only had the bike since February, and I've done about 2,000 odd miles on it, so the bike's done 3,000 miles just over, and it's been faultless in the 3,000 miles. But you know, I'm saying that like that's good, like that's, I'm really grateful that it hasn't developed a fault in 3,000 miles. But I mean, come on, it's 2020. This is a new bike, or it was a new bike. 3,000 miles. It costs an absolute arm and a leg. It's a BMW, so you kind of expect it to be reliable and do what it's supposed to do for that sort of money. Yeah, so it is a slight disappointment, but I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. But you know, if I was planning an epic trip to whatever, the North Coast 500, or if I'm, where are you going? Why are you indicating left? Oh, you stop now. You know, or if I'm riding around the the Alps or something. Whoa, this little learner's trying to kill himself. If I'm riding around the Alps or something and something pops up on the dash, then I'm going to have a bit of anxiety riding, aren't I? But I don't want to plan my annual sort of cross Europe adventure trip and have anxiety all the way around it for the whole week, and that's going to somewhat spoil my trip. So yes, anyway, I'll get back to you when I know what BMW I'm going to see. That'll fucking do. Right, so that bike's just booked in, so I've had to leave it with BMW Wollaston, and they've kindly lent me this tiny beast, the F900. So I've never rode such a weapon before, so this will be interesting. A little 900, oh you bugger, a little 900 twin. Oh god, I hate riding new bikes because I'm totally not used to it. It's really tiny. The seat's really low by the looks of it. Got plenty of leg room. Indicators. Controls are pretty similar to what I'm used to, a bit more basic than the GS. God, the pegs are so high. Oh my god, this is weird. The footrests are really high, so my knees are in like a very bent, exaggerated position, a bit like on a sports bike. I would say this is leg position is pretty sports bikey. Obviously got the high bars, naked front end and so forth. Are these heated grips on? Yes they are. I don't really need them on. Let's turn the heated grips off, because it is 21 degrees according to the TFT. So this is a little 900 twin apparently, so I know nothing whatsoever about this bike. Has it got a, I don't know whether it's got a quick shifter or not actually. No idea. No, it hasn't got a quick shifter. Come on little man. Bless it, it's tiny. It's tiny and pretty gutless compared to the 1250 GS, which, let's face it, it's going to be, isn't it? Oh god. And the brakes are not a patch on the GS. Even riding at this slow speed I can notice that the brakes are not very sharp at all. I'm having to shuffle my leg around to get under the gear lever. But hey-ho, it feels very planted, just going up these little slow speeds. Oh my god, is it going to move or not? Let's have a look. Oh, actually, that's alright, isn't it? Where's he going then? Are you going to go this slow all the way? Go on mate, you can do it. Strange little thing that I wasn't expecting to ride. So this is kind of like a raw review, pretty much one of my crap raw reviews where I don't know what the hell to say about the bike, but it is pretty comfortable. The first thing I noticed, apart from the exaggerated knee positioning, foot positioning, is it's pretty upright. I would imagine it's quite comfy apart from my poor old lanky legs. I am 6'1", so maybe if I was a bit shorter this wouldn't be so noticeable, but as it's got a quite nicely upright position, it is pretty comfortable. I'd say the first plus point I've noticed on this thing is how planted it feels. The suspension feels nice and plush, that it's got good contact with the road. It seems like it would be able to flick left and right very, very easily. Come on, car, what are you doing there? Bless it, little cotton socks. Oh god, down the gear's a bit strange, isn't it? Oh, putting the foot down is weird because I'm a lot closer to the ground than I'm used to on the old GS. The dash is pretty similar to the GS. Alright, kind of goes alright. It goes as well as you would expect a little 900 twin to go. I've got no idea on my performance figures, brake horsepower, bloody blah. I've got no idea whatsoever. But who cares? I'm not exactly going to be riding it very much. Hopefully they'll sort my bike out by tomorrow, so I'll be giving this thing back. So I'm only literally riding it back home and then back to the shop again tomorrow, I dare say, where I'll get the outcome on my BMW GS Fault. But yeah, this one has a key as well, so none of your keyless malarkey, which, to be honest, when I first got that GS, and that's the first vehicle, either car or bike, that I've ever had without putting a key in the good old-fashioned key friggin' ignition barrel, that's what you call it, isn't it? So it did seem very alien to me, having the key in your pocket. Where are you going? That way. Oh, I thought I was going to get pulled over then for being on the hooligan bike. But no, I'm a law-abiding citizen. But I've kind of got used to not having a key. As I was saying before the police car interrupted it, it's very alien concept to get on a bike with the key in your pocket, and then when you get off the bike, you're almost, where the hell's my key gone? So it does take a bit of getting used to. I'm forever patting my pocket just to see for keys. I've got the key, haven't I? Yes, it's in my pocket, so I'm patting the pocket just to thank you, just to doubly make sure that I've got the key. But the pocket patting seems to have subsided now, therefore I seem to be getting used to having key in pocket. So now I've got key in the ignition barrel again for today. It's probably going to seem a bit weird again. Oh god. How the hell did I used to ride a bike without a quick shifter? Because now I haven't got a quick shifter, it just seems changing gear is an almighty effort. I don't know how I used to manage in the good old days when you had to ride a proper bike. Well, it's 24 hours later and apparently the BMW GS is ready to collect. So I'm taking this mini beast back and pick up my GS. I'll let you know what the problem was. Nothing too serious. As far as the review on this little mini beast goes, I've literally rode it about, I must say my house is about 4 miles away from Wollaston BMW in Northampton. So I've literally rode it 4 miles from the shop to my house, put it in the garage. 24 hours later I'm riding it 4 miles back again. That's it. So it will be the shortest ever review known to man that's going to be published on YouTube. But actually it's alright, it's not a bad little bike, very light, very flickable. There's my mate John. He's like, my mate John's like, what the hell is that dickhead on the bike? It's very light, very flickable. not very fast, but it's only a little 900 twin. The seat is rock solid. Well, I definitely wouldn't want to be travelling miles and miles on this thing, even though I'll say the riding position, I said yesterday, the riding position is very comfortable, nice upright position, a nice bit of wind buffer in, which is great when it's warm and when it's dry. Probably not so good when it's cold and when it's wet, so you're just going to get blasted by the elements. That's not going to be a problem today. But as I said about the foot position, it's very high. But this bike is not here moving over. Thank you very much, Mr. Car. I don't think this bike's meant to be rode thousands upon miles. But having said that, I mean, you know, I've got the GS. Oh, get the GS Adventure. You go on adventure, you can ride all over the planet on it. You can go to the Alps and ride to your heart's content and never ever want to get off, only for fuel and a piss. Where have I been on mine since I've had my adventure bike? Pretty much nowhere of any significance. I went to Hunstanton on it actually in this summer. We went for a day's ride to Hunstanton, which, how far is Hunstanton from Northampton? I don't know, 90 miles roughly. And it was 90 agonising, horrible miles. Pretty much the entire journey with traffic. Nose to tail traffic, so I've done a lot of filtering on it. Which, it's alright for a bit, but after a while it gets a bit tedious. And it was 36 degrees according to my dash. So it wasn't the most pleasurable adventure I've ever had on an adventure bike, but you know, nevertheless. Anyway, I'll catch up with you in a minute. See if the BMW is ready. If the young man wants to be filmed, then I'll film him telling me what's been wrong with it and how they've rectified it. If he doesn't want to be filmed, I'll have to just relay it second hand. So we'll see what happens anyway. Speak to you in a minute. Well, as you can see, I've just picked the GS back up, and the outcome was it needed a software update. So I'm not overly convinced that it was a software update, but that's what they said. They've done the software update. They've cleaned it as well, which is very nice. That's it. Fault free. What's coming now? Police car. Better let Mr. Policeman go. So yeah, apparently they've just done a software update on it, which still doesn't explain why. You know, I said to them that the fact that the fault appeared in the first place is because I stalled the bike and then started it straight away, and then the fault appeared. So I don't know, does that jolt into, oh, by the way, now you've stalled me, I just remembered I need a software update. I don't know. Anyway, it's fixed. No horrendous bills, not that I would have had to pay anyway because it's all under warranty, but no, nothing horrendous has happened. And this feels so plush, even being on that little 900 for literally 30 minutes, and I get back onto this one and I'm like, ooh, this is beautiful. Now why doesn't it tell me, I don't know, why doesn't it tell me what? On the top right hand side of this screen, it normally says what mode I'm in, but it's not saying that anymore. Press the mode button, rain, road, dynamic, there we go. Oh, it's in dynamic, there we're back again, we're back in the room. So yes, that's all I wanted to say on the matter. BMW is fixed. Thank you, Wollaston BMW of Northampton. Hopefully I won't see you again. Well, mind you, when it does break, I don't mind taking it in because they always give you another bike to ride, so it's an event when the bike breaks down, so it's not all bad. And the fact that it is under warranty as well, it's a nice nice one. No monetary exchange event. That's the proper way of saying that, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, that's the update. I thank you very much for watching, and if you've had any problems with yours and it's not been a software update, then as always, please leave a comment below. And if you like my silly little videos, then it will be wonderful if you would consider subscribing to my channel. You don't have to, but come on, I'm not desperate, but come on, I want to get to 1,000 subs so I can monetize the videos, just so I can annoy you even more with adverts. So that would be wonderful. That's my short-term goal, to get this little channel to 1,000, because I've my gym channel, my other channel, I've got nearly, I don't know, 2,200, something like that. So it's still only tiny, but I need to get this one up to a similar sort of standard. So anyway, waffling rubbish as usual. See you later and goodbye.